Hey guys, what's going on? Lindsay Bean here. Today's video is going to be on the new release map, Taego, codename Tiger, coming out on PC on the 7th and console July 15th. Test servers are going to be available for only PC, sadly not console, on the 30th of June this month. I wanted to go over a few things with you, my comments about the teaser, as well as the photos that PUBG sent us partners. Just a little bit of commentary of what I expect from the new map, what I'm excited about, what I'm hoping for. Because it's all new to us. We won't know until later on. But just before we start, just a reminder to use code Lindsay Bean since I am a PUBG partner. Using that code helps me out tremendously. Just add that code right up, and any purchases that you make on PUBG help me out. All right, we're gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna start off with the lovely teaser that they showed on June 16th. I'm gonna play it if you haven't seen it already. There's a quick teaser, codename Tiger. Eight, saying this right here. I wanted to go over a few things with you. In the actual photos, I feel like they're leaking a little bit of stuff. When I first saw it, I must have watched it like 20 to 30 times. As you can see a setting of a picture back there. This might be the new gun that they're going to be releasing. I see some parachutes in the background as well as some setting right here that I shown in the actual photo right here. It looks like some type of prison, as well as like I was saying, like those little parachutes on the left hand side showing some type of airdrops. Maybe we're going to be able to call in some airdrops because PUBG was saying like there is this most anticipated update of the game itself. We're going to be able to have like a new spawn system. There's going to be new weapons. There's going to be new vehicles and a variety of other things that they have in store. But this is another 8x8 map, the biggest map we've gotten in a long time. So this update's going to be insane. I'm super excited for it. And like I said, I am gonna go over some photos that they shared with us right here. And basically, I feel like I was looking through these photos. They're all basically linked together. Just keep in mind if you look over here, you'll see certain things that are all coming together. Um, this kind of reminds me of Erangel. They were saying like a lot of the settings are going to make you feel like parts of the other maps all combined into one. I feel like they really took what we had as a community and what we like and what we dislike. And looking through these photos, there's been so many improvements and stuff like that. Um, Overall settings as well as color palette is absolutely amazing. Um, a lot of people were talking about, oh, there's rooftops and everything like that, which is fine. Um, but there's a lot of different areas I feel that we're going to be able to land and loot or hot drop. Um, Basically, when I was looking at this photo, I was like, oh, this will be awesome if we can actually ride planes for once, which would be absolutely awesome. There is a few planes in other areas, as well as you see in here, there's a plane. Um, and I was like, ooh, that would be cool. You just like take off planes other than having like a glider or something like that. There'll be planes to work out. If you land over here, you can fly around. Maybe you have to get a gas can or something like that. But as you can see, there's a lot more open buildings other than like warehouses. There's a lot of two level buildings and stuff like that. A lot of raised open ground, but fences in between. So like maybe maneuvering in between places uh, will be a little bit difficult as far as that goes. Or driving wise, if we're going to be able to drive through these fences and stuff like that. Um, This is another, like I said, a lot of these pictures are connected. It's a little bit overview of what we just saw in the last picture. Again, more planes. We see a white vehicle here. Maybe that will be the new vehicle. But I also, when I was looking through as well, I'm going to zoom in over here. There is some type of transportation like a bus. So maybe it might be the different loot truck. Maybe there'll be a bus that transports us around the map or something like that, because there's some areas where there's like bus stops and stuff like that. I was looking at some of the photos. So maybe that will be a different aspect of the game, another form of transportation around the big map other than just a vehicle. Here this kind of looks like another compound. Everyone's saying maybe military and stuff, but what if these little compounds like in Erangel and stuff like that, maybe these were like the camps where they kept all the survivors before we went into the battlegrounds. Because as you could tell, like it's almost like there was rooms and barracks to sleep and stuff. It wasn't really military and stuff like that. We've seen that in Aragel. Again, we have these higher landscapes, so you could look into these compounds as well as seek shelter, or you have your flanks and stuff like that. We also have that water pass that goes all the way into the map, so maybe we'll have some more uses of jet skis and stuff like that, which would be absolutely awesome to use more or go in between. But as we know in Sandhook, going through these little narrow paths, you kind of get mowed down, so it might be not that great of an idea, or if it will be deep or shallow. If you could drive through it, you're gonna have to take these bridges. There is a variety of different bridges on the actual map that we've seen, other than just two different ways to get in between. But the actual palette and the color scheme and the detail into the pictures look absolutely awesome. But as you can see, there's sand dunes. There's going to be some high top areas. Again, like I said, more or less like living quarters, possibly. I see a weird telephone booth. I don't know why that's so profound, but maybe it would be cool to be able to call in airdrops, but I don't think that will be later on. And as you can see, these are vehicles that won't be able to drive. Maybe there'll be a different type of explosion they're trying to leak. Maybe there'll be some other ways of being able to use explosives. Maybe a new explosives weapon other than a nade or something would be cool. A Simtech would be pretty cool, or something else other than a C4. Here, another beautiful landscape and stuff like that. Um, we were seeing that these little tiny buildings were in the first picture, but another beautiful landscape and stuff like that. Maybe being able to vault over and hang out on these types of rooftops and stuff like that, or being prone in here, that'll probably have a lot of loot. Here is another improved look of dock areas, kind of that we've seen. Maybe there'll be another transport boat, maybe a fisherman boat to bring you from one island to another, or um, just another cool looting spot where this will all be full of loot and be able to have some really cool gunfights right off the water, or bring boats up to, or so on and so forth, or even drive a vehicle. I can see myself driving a vehicle or a bike in here and parking in here in an intense circle. All right, and here is a overview of fields. So like we had a lot of fields that were completely and utterly plain. Now we have some different textures. Maybe these will be a little bit divoted out. So one end circle you can lay down, or you have other ways of fighting and stuff like that. We have more fences, so more competitive gunfights and strategic placement or movement. Again, we're seeing this white vehicle again. Maybe this will be the vehicle, the new vehicle. Um, if you look in the distance, like I was saying before, another hot drop. There's a lot more gas stations. it'll be cool to interact with the gas stations and stuff like that. You can blow the pumps up or something like that. But I see 3 cars here, another white car there. Um I see a 3-story apartment buildings. Maybe that will be the new puzzle piece or new apartment drop, hot drops, where a lot of people will land these apartments or land on the roof. It doesn't seem like we can get on the roof, but these 3 stories will be definitely awesome. There's some type of theater in the background. Again, a lot of water and huge. Other than these flat areas, there's these like overlooks into areas for sniping and stuff like that. Will be fun to play and stuff like that. And here we see another field, another gazebo. Loot might be in there, but like again, like I said, these little divots right here for farming and stuff like that. That'll be good to go back and forth with someone, or if you're nading or you're trying to flank on someone. I feel like this is gonna be tall grass again with the tall wheatgrass, or and like more aspects of like like hay bales, other than just walking in an open field. Again, having these little like humps of land to be able to counter people, or not get mowed down by people that are higher up and stuff like that, or if you're low and so on and so forth. Again, more and more farm stuff, like again different machineries and stuff like that. Again, like I was saying, it's more overcapped, still a lot of space, but at the same time it's a big map. If we're gonna have different vehicles, I don't feel like Erangel has a lot of open space in certain aspects. But again, we have like a tree line here, you have these buildings here, there's stuff to hide behind. Obviously I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna go running just out in the open over here. But even so, maybe these divots, there's like a rock and all this other stuff. You just would be smart about it. Maybe go through here, go through there. You have some fences here, so on and so forth. And I feel like this is going to be very dense, like grassy area that will you won't be able to be seen as normal as if you're like running over here. This seems like an awesome place to fight as well. Again, this bus, and I've been seeing these cop cars around too. Can you imagine if we'll be able to drive these cop cars around? Or, like I said, these buses? If we could drive these buses, or it's another form of transportation, would be awesome. I could see a lot of gunfights going off here, hot dropping in, landing in through the skylight over here. Maybe people will be hanging out into these watchtowers, having gunfights, so on and so forth. Again, you have this beautiful water backdrop. Maybe that's the island in the distance, or that one over there. But it'd be cool if we could drive cop cars or some type of buses again, like I was saying before. But there's a lot of police vehicles around, and this is the inside of probably that prison. Like I said, you can land in through this area. A lot of gunfights probably up here, or if you could hide, there'll be like places to loot inside these. But it seems like the doors are closed. But it'd be fun to have some gunfights in here. Be like the new, um, how the arena is in Miramar. Land in something like that and have multiple fights while landing in here. This is a more open. This kind of reminds me of school or hospital. So, um, maybe there'll be loot all along here. In here, there'll be loot. I could see, I could see if it was like, if there's really high tier loot. But we have some treed area in here. If this is like in the center of the map, it might be a good rotate or a good land area. Hopefully, there's chairs and stuff, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to prone over or drive right in, but Um, I don't know. I could see it, but it seems like there's a building here too, or some type of walkway over here that goes somewhere else. I don't know. It seems like a cool little area if it has good loot in it. If it's very highly looted, like loot here, 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 up on the roof, inside the building, and stuff like that. Um, Again, this is another overlook. Like if there's loot in here, here. There's bicycles. I know a lot of us partners were talking about if we can ride bicycles. Can you imagine if we can ride that? Or um, this is like maybe a sneak of what the next car is, but this is flat and it's tilted out, so this car will probably always be there. But it seems like it'd be cool. Or or if this little area is interactive, like you hit something and something will happen, because we were talking about how it would be cool to interact with certain maps and stuff. What if you were to hit this and it plays music, or the lights turn on, or so on and so forth? We don't know. We're gonna have to see. All right, this is what I was talking yet again about different textures of the map, being able to rotate and basically move through these flat areas, making it a little bit more interesting, a lot more walls and fences in between these areas. Overall, so far, like these color palettes seem really awesome. And there's, like I said, different managing points of people that like to stay outside or want to go inside or like to be in these type of areas, which is awesome. Again, there's some different styles of roofs that we haven't seen yet, like going up. These kind of remind me of the buildings that were in um I feel like they're taking buildings from each map and throwing them into one, like a few maps, to just blend everything together to coincide with each other, which is awesome. We have the farmland, we have the city, we have the water. Like all of the maps have been put into this, of all the stuff that we've liked and people use a lot, which is cool. Right, and this is the actual teaser video. And like I was saying before, I love the fact that there is multiple bridges in different areas to get into the next island, other than having one or two bridges of getting over. We've seen that in Sandhawk. There's only a couple areas. I love that there's multiple bridges. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe there'll be a different water vehicle that we can go in between, or certain areas that might be shallow. But it seems like the shadowed areas are probably going to be the higher cliff sides of certain areas. So maybe it'll be harder. But I have a feeling like these island maps and stuff like that, or island circles, will be really intense and awesome. Um, Again, it shows the prison in there. They kind of gave us a lot of teasers before they gave us these pictures, which is awesome. Um, I'm gonna go back to the actual video here because I wanted to go over, as you see here in this bottom right corner. I feel like that will be our spawn area. Um, like end circles on the little tiny island here or here will be super intense, making the gameplay fun. Um, I'm just all overall like super excited to play some of this and stuff like that. But you could tell there's a lot of roads and stuff like that in different areas, where we'll have that grassy area that they're showing in the photos that they released. But I'm overall super excited. But yeah, you can see these different color green. I think that's going to be more or less the grassy areas that we've seen all over here, but I love that they still brought back the hill and normal grassed areas. But overall, I am super excited. Again, it is going to release on the 7th on PC and console the 15th. They're going to have the test servers for PC in Steam on the 30th of June, like I said, but not for console. The overall aspect and theme of everything is based in the 70s and 80s, which is absolutely the setting that we've been seeing with PUBG. And this is the map that's going to be the beginning of PUBG. Maybe we'll see little tiny teasers in between everything. I'm excited for it. Guys, again, like I said, be sure to use code Lindsay Bean. And thank you for watching, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, this was just a quick video of what I'm thinking. It's kind of raw and whatever. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your thought is, if you're excited for the map, and I'll see you next time.